Hey everyone. Now the lists are starting to trickle in for the South African nationals. And this first one is very fittingly from um Rudy, Rudy Joubert, the uh, captain of what is going to be the South African national team for the WTC. Um, so Rudy is I am guessing. I don't actually know Rudy yet, but a fairly experienced player. He knows what he's doing, and I can see from his list that he does know what he's doing. Let's go and watch the list and see what the South African meta is like. Here we go. It's a 14 order dice, 999 points, Soviet reinforced platoon, Nationals 2023 Mongolian Cavalry. Oh, Mongolian Cavalry used to be the most overpowered thing you could do back in version 1. Now they've been out for a while, but I know that there are players around the different nations playing around with the idea of bringing them back. Um, of course, it helps that some very nice models have come out in 3D print where you can get Cossack cavalry that you can sort of use as a stand-in for these Mongolians. But yeah, isn't Warlord Games also bringing out some Mongolians soon? I think they are. Anyways, he's bringing a junior lieutenant, inexperienced Lieutenant Axe. Then 2 scout squads, 6-man submachine guns behind enemy lines. They're good for putting pressure on your opponent early on, and the opponent will have to try and deal with them because they're deploying very close to his own line, right? And you can sort of dominate the center table, which is especially helpful in some missions where you can be on objectives very early. That is very, very cool. And being veteran, they're very hard to shift. So really good, strong choices here. A commissar, inexperienced, that is 1 cheap order dice. 15 points for 1 order dice. I don't think you can get it much cheaper than that. And then 2 assault engineers, 5-man units, body armor, double Panzerfaust, and a flamethrower. The one thing that I don't like about this is that Rudy has given all his infantry submachine guns, so one of the submachine gunners is going to have to be the loader for the flamethrower. That somehow it annoys my OCD. So yeah, I would have given one of them a rifle, just to have a loader. Double Panzerfaust. These guys really need some transport to be able to rush up and counter any enemy pushes. And then a Mongolian cavalry troop, all of them mounted on horsel, 10 men born in the saddle, tough fighters. Born in the saddle means that they can use their carbines as if they were rifles, even when on horseback. So they are really good skirmish troops. And 10-man unit, very, very strong veteran. They have that escape move. They're not going to die. They're really, but they're also very expensive, right? 170 points. Then the free infantry squad. This rounds out his infantry choices. Really strong set of infantrymen here. There's a lot of units as well. That's going to do well. An inexperienced heavy mortar. I'm also seeing this more and more. It's a little bit more punchy than the medium mortar, although of course also 11 points more expensive. 3 dogmine teams, all of them inexperienced 2-men teams. I think this is the optimal way of running dog mines because you don't suffer any ill effects for having them inexperienced. They still hit on a 4+. Although I have seen other ways to do it, I've even seen some people use them as veteran with SMGs so that after they fire the dogs, they can still do some damage. And then a Stuart light tank. It has recce, it has the hull-mounted Sponson LMGs. Yeah, it's the Dhaka Steward. And a truck, 12-man truck. So this is going to be used for the engineers. The assault engineers are going to go into the truck. Maybe along with a lieutenant or something, because you do have extra room. Maybe even one of the dog mine teams can go in the truck as well, because that gives you a lot more range. Pushing that up, if you have the last 3 dice or something, if the enemy has moved their tank too early, push up and then unload the dogs. If they don't kill the tank, your assault engineers are definitely going to hurt that tank. So that is really a strong push. I think even tigers should be afraid of that. Very strong list. There it is, the Born in the Saddle for the Mongolians. This list will overwhelm some opponents. It's really, really strong. Has so much infantry and has very strong choices as well. Thank you so much for the list, Rudy, and good luck at the Nationals. Cheers.